Today we are going to study Clausius-Clapeyron's latent heat equation. So before that, we just take a review of last lecture. So in last lecture, we studied TS diagram, means the state of thermodynamic system, which can be represented by the variables S and T, S for entropy and T for temperature, known as TS diagram. Then the first TDS equation, which is T into ds is equal to Cv into dt plus T into curly P by curly T at constant volume into dV, where Cv is a specific heat at constant volume. And second TDS equation is T into ds is equal to Cp into dt minus T into curly V by curly T at constant pressure into dP, where Cp is a specific heat at constant pressure. So let us start the Clausius-Clapeyron's equation, and particularly it is a first latent heat equation. This figure shows an indicator diagram. So this first latent heat equation is useful to explain the variation of melting point of a solid with pressure, or the variation of boiling point of a liquid with pressure. The equation is applicable to a substance having a change of phase of the order of first order. So it is also known as Clapeyron equation. This figure shows an indicator diagram, that is the isothermals. The isothermal ABCD is at a temperature T, means this ABCD at a temperature T, and isothermal GHIJ is at a temperature T plus dt. Both the isothermals are at a temperature below the critical temperature. The isothermal ABCD consists of three parts: AB, BC, CD. Similarly, GHIJ, GH, HI and IJ. And this HI and M can be act as a Carnot cycle. When heat is absorbed by a substance in liquid phase, it expands isothermally along AB at a point B, and it starts getting converted into vapor. Then its pressure P and temperature T remains constant during BC. At C, it is purely in gaseous phase. Therefore, it obeys Boyle's law during the change CD. Similarly, the curve GHIJ along HI, change of phase take place at a constant pressure P plus dP and temperature T plus dt. If we join HM and IN by dotted lines, then the closed figure HINM can be regarded as a Carnot cycle. And we also consider that a unit mass of substance is taken along HINM. So we have to consider the line HI, means along HI, the unit mass of substance absorbed and amount of heat, which is latent heat, and it is equal to L plus dL at a temperature T plus dt. Its volume increases from V1 to V2 isothermally and isobarically, and the liquid is converted into vapor. And the increasing entropy is L plus dL by T plus dt. As we know that ds is equal to dq by T, by using this relation we get L plus dL by T plus dt. Then along IN, the substance expands isobarically and its temperature decreases from T plus dt to T. So there is no change in entropy, means change in entropy is 0. Then along Nm, the substance gives out heat which is equal to the latent heat L at a temperature T. So the vapor is converted into liquid and there is decrease in volume from V2 to V1. So the decrease in entropy is L upon T only. Then last one is along MH, the temperature increases from T to T plus dt and pressure changes from P to P plus dP, and the original state is restored. Thus the cyclic change is over here. So the total amount of heat absorbed by the unit by the unit mass of substance is dq is equal to L plus dl plus 0 minus L minus 0. So plus L minus L get cancelled and dq is equal to dl only. So as the original state is restored, that means there is no change in internal energy. So du becomes 0 here. And the work done by the substance is equal to area of the closed figure HINM, which can be regarded as a parallelogram. So dW is equal to area of the enclosed figure, means area of HINM, and the relation is base into height. Area of parallelogram is base into height, which is equal to V2 minus V1 is base and height is P plus dP minus P. So here instead of negative sign we have to write multiplication here. So correct this. So we get dW is equal to dP into V2 minus V1. Again, according to first law of thermodynamics, dq is equal to du plus dW, but du is equal to 0. So and dq is equal to dl. So we can write dl is equal to dP into V2 minus V1. So the change in entropy in reversible cycle is 0, and the second law, from the second law of thermodynamics, the change in entropy in reversible cycle is 0. Therefore, L plus dl upon T plus dt minus L by T is equal to 0. This is change in entropy and which is equal to 0. So by solving this, we get L into T plus T dl minus LT minus LDT is equal to 0. Cross multiplication. So first term and third term get cancelled. So we get T dl is equal to LDT, or dl is equal to L into dt by T. From our equations we get L into dt by T, means putting value of dl here, LDT, this value, and right side is as it is, dP into V2 minus V1. So again LDT by T is from the relation dP by dt is equal to L upon T, V2 minus V1. So take dt on right side and remaining terms on left side, so that we get dP by dt is equal to L, this L, upon T, this T, and V2 minus V1. So this equation is called Clapeyron's first latent heat equation. So generally the work is expressed in joules and heat in calories. Therefore the above equation becomes dP by dt is equal to L into J by T into V2 minus V1, where J is mechanical equivalent of heat. In gaseous state, volume of vapor V2 is greater than volume of liquid V1. Thus, from the equation, Clapeyron's equation, the coefficient dP by dt is a positive quantity. Thus, with increasing pressure, the boiling point increases and vice versa. The liquid boils at a low temperature when pressure is reduced. When pressure is increased, the boiling point increases. This principle is used in pressure cooker. In pressure cooker, the water boils at high temperature because pressure inside the cooker is greater than atmospheric pressure. Then second application is effect of temperature on melting point. When solid is converted into liquid, there is change in volume. In first case, for a substance which expands on melting, the volume of liquid V2 is greater than volume of solid that is V1. In this case, dP by dt is positive, means the change in pressure with respect to temperature is positive. Thus, the melting point increases with increase in pressure. In second case, for a substance which contracts on melting, means V2 is less than V1. Therefore, dP by dt is negative, means the change in pressure with respect to temperature is negative. Thus, melting point decreases with increase in pressure. For example, ice contracts on melting. So, this is the end of this lecture. Thank you.